Boom! We are live. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the Life as a Chad YouTube channel. And I thank all of you for being here wherever you may be. And of course, however you may be listening. So I've been wanting to make this video for a few days now. I saw it when I was on my way to the gym. And I always, before I go to the gym, I always kind of chill out for a second and watch some content on YouTube. And that's, I've said in the past, that's basically how I always come up with my content ideas is, I'll scroll through some content myself. And if there's a particular video that has a subject matter that I am interested in, I, will absolutely tackle it. And this one comes from Fresh and Fit, and they had this guy on there. This was the first time I had seen this guy. I don't know if he was, I don't know if he has really good connections, or if he had a past life that was like he was a pro skateboarder and then he fell off and then now he's a streamer. I don't know. I mean, how some of these people pop up is always kind of odd and strange. But apparently this guy is fairly popular. And when I was watching the clips for the particular episode, I had no idea who this guy was dating. I surmised from a few of his responses that he wasn't the most red pill individual, but he was not necessarily complete blue pill. He was basically what I would expect from any normal guy that's not either totally feminized or completely red pill. And basically that is a guy who believes in true love and is very romantic and very idealized. Myron and Fresh always say that men love idealistically, whereas women love opportunistically. And I think that that's very true. And so we're going to watch this clip and you guys will see who I'm talking about here. Let me go ahead and share my screen, share my sound. In the past, your boys forgot to fucking share the sound. Can't be doing that. And I think that this clip is very, very telling. Why consuming at least some of the red pill content as a man is vital. I've said I don't believe in everything that, the red pill for me can be described as all the issues and kind of the surface level of describing female and male nature is all spot on, and it's anything that you could learn in a psychology course or an interpersonal course and things like that, or hell, even biology. It's the prescriptions that I think fall a little short, or the lack thereof. But this guy, like I said, I don't know what his name is. It's like Nayamo something. Nick Nayersina. And, I think that this guy perfectly illustrates a guy who has not been exposed to a ton of red pill stuff and still loves and still sees things through the scope of his idealistic relationship, how he, in an ideal world, how he would be shown love, and kind of this fairy tale-esque, Jack and Jill, Cinderella type stuff. And we've all been there, fellas. I feel for this guy. We've all been there. We've all wanted to be able to believe some of the shit that he will be saying, but our instincts tell us, no, you can't, chill out, man, chill out. And so let's dive into it. By the way, guys, if you're not subscribed, smash that subscribe button, support your boy, support a fellow king out, like, comment, share. You guys know the drill. without further ado, let's get into this. Oh, by the way, if you guys want to donate to the channel, you guys can. I'll have the Cash App and PayPal link into the description. Here we go.
You know, she does OnlyFans. She should do a little bit more. Her and I met. Do you guys what do you want me to tell you? I don't know. I'll tell you guys. But her and I met at
okay. It's not revealed in this clip, so I'll just tell you guys. I did a quick Google search. He is with Sky Bri, and in the past year, I've seen content, not like the crazy content, but like I think she went on that one guy's channel who's like very muscular. He's like a gym bro type guy. He always wears the hats. It's not Steve. I don't know what his fucking name is. I don't really watch his channel, but I saw a clip of his interview with Sky Bri, and she was saying that she regretted doing nography and corn, and that her parents didn't really respect her and they weren't proud of her. And now hearing what this guy has to say and finding out that he's with this Sky Bri, it kind of makes sense. Like, I guarantee they were probably together at the time that she made that clip. And a lot of her feeling that way is because of how she knows that she's portrayed for this two other men in front of this guy right here. And it's something that will never escape her, especially how popular of a corn star she is. All right.
To shoot, I've never been too into that scene. And we hit it off. We went through a lot together, on and off. It wasn't perfect at first. We talked for a little bit. Honestly, like, she blocked me for like 2 months and then came back, and we were on and off. And
God, she blocked you?
Yeah, well, she saw me out. There was one night I was out after a shoot with, like, she saw a bunch of girls at the table, and it's funny because a lot of people have their opinion on this girl, but she's an amazing girl, bro. And I know you have your opinions and everything. We talked before the show, but this is an amazing girl. We actually have similar values when we're dating someone. It's just.
So let me pause there, okay? Because everything he just said there is exactly what we need to discuss, okay? Because he is allowing his physical attraction for this broad to cloud his thought process and portrayal of what she really is. And you can even see with what he said that he has no like logical answer or rebuttal to why he, as a decently capable, successful man, why he is with such a low quality woman. And he basically has to revert to, well, to me, she's just an awesome woman. And the thing about that is, guys, that let's start here. And Myron talks about this. Let's start here. There have been studies that show that the type of, especially when it comes to women, that the type of woman that, now women tend to be narcissistic anyways, okay? Everybody, and that goes for men and women, but women tend to be even more so. They really like attention. They really like to be the center of it. But women who do cornography, CORN, or like are willing to show their sexuality to like thousands of people, the most intimate aspects of themselves, tend to have very high rates of narcissism and borderline things that you would find in serial killers. Okay. Psychopathy. Okay. And I can say this for a fact, as an individual with a high degree in psychology, that is absolutely true. Okay. You definitely see profiles and people who tend to gravitate towards certain fields. That is why personality tests and aptitude tests are fairly accurate, because it shows what your qualities and the type of person you are, and what that would what those traits would be most successful doing or in. So it would be no surprise, okay? And even if this wasn't the case, it would not be a surprise. But it's even more not a surprise that a woman who likely has those tendencies would be able to mask some of those, her real qualities, her real self. Guys, it's not as hard as you think to, people do it all the time, man. There are people on a daily basis that are able to put masks on and act and present themselves in a way that is not totally accurate of what they are. I mean, just look at the fucking show Dexter, okay? That was a show about a guy who is able to live an entire life, an entire persona, being somebody else for years, okay? They've been together for 6 months, this guy and Sky Bri. You think it wouldn't be possible, especially finding out later in the video, which you guys, we won't watch the entire video. If you guys want to check out the video, you guys can. Later in the video, it's revealed that he travels a lot for work. So it's not like these two are spending they've been together for a short period of time anyways. And even within that short period of time, it's not as though they're spending every single day around each other. You really think it would be that difficult to mask your real self, and it would be that difficult to present yourself in a certain light for the brief amount of time that you're actually with that individual? Fuck no. So, this guy, his answers, you guys will see, are totally that of Cope, of a guy that has no logical answer as to why he is really actually with this low quality woman, and instead just reverts to, well, just trust me, she's a great person, she's a great woman. And that's the thing, nobody's saying necessarily that she's not a great person. Guys are always able to get around women not being great people. Of the two sexes, it's men that are expected to be good individuals, okay, by and large, and be virtuous and moral and things like that. So that's not even necessarily the biggest thing in and of itself, okay? So when there's a spotlight being put on this, it's not on her, taking thousands of dicks, both publicly and privately. Nobody's saying that makes her a bad person per se, but it shows how she views relationships, how she views sexuality. And men, by and large, don't like that. Okay. Now I'm going to leave more of my analysis. We're going to watch more of this video and I'll respond to some more after we watch a little bit more of this.
It's us two.
Did she apologize for blocking you?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
No, she didn't.
You can make the argument like, yo, you were doing worse on camera and I gave you a chance.
That's true.
Yeah, well, every time when we were talking, she stopped. She gave it up. We talked.
Okay, one more thing. Okay, I'm not saying, one quick thing. I'm not saying that this guy is like the highest quality of men. Okay, it seems like he's kind of just starting out on his journey, but for his age, he seems like a relatively, decently caliber of a guy. Her blocking him for being just around other women is totally a predatory response from a female. Okay. And she knows exactly what she's doing. And that was a shit test and he failed. Okay. That is what you call a shit test. She shit tested him, whether she knew it or not, and he failed. And now, by him responding the way that he likely did respond, and if I had to guess, he probably responded in a pussy way and caved, she knew, and this is the predatory aspect, she knew that she would be able to get over on a guy like this. And she was right.
Talking for a while. And then she came back and she was in a different country and she flew across the country. She's in a very dark place. I was in a very dark place too. I was in
Hello,
between, like,
darkness,
I
my
had
old
nothing going for me. I
friend.
didn't have a channel. I had nothing. I didn't know what I was doing. I'm 26 years old, no money. And we kind of just were there for each other. She quit everything for me. Everything. I see every comment in the book. I've seen everything there possibly could be, and I think it would affect me if it was true. You hear cuck, you hear this, you hear that. Like, for me, I'm like, I don't give a fuck, because it's not true. She gave up everything for me, and this girl is loyal to me. She, you guys talk.
I'm not sure I would call him a cuck. I would just call him a pussy. I mean, he's, and the thing is that ultimately, this is why I don't love when Fresh and Fit or these other red pill channels say to these 304 type women, when they say, oh, that's why you'll never find a decent quality man, because it's not really true. I mean, the reason why these women get away with acting the way they do is because there still is a good chance that a fucking goofball like this guy is going to come around and save her ass. Now, you can make the case that a guy like this, if he's not strong in his masculinity and his interpersonal, intersexual dynamics towards the fair sex, then he's not a high caliber man, no matter how much money he makes. And I think there's a strong case to be made about that. But it's guys like him that have made the current dating market what it is, because guys like him save these women from their absolutely atrocious, god-awful decisions. And that is why they perpetuate the bad decisions. Now, ultimately, these are not the type of guys that women deep down want or desire. They don't want a guy that will bend to their every whim and desire. Okay, they want a man to be a man. But it's perpetuated through this BS. And it sucks, man. I mean, but the thing is no, I mean, there are guys like this that will save these 304s from their terrible decisions. I don't know how else to say it. And they know it. They know that they can get away with it. And when I say low quality woman, I think a woman's measure of quality is mostly measured by the type of man that she can get. I do agree with the red pill on that. And there's, of course, other things. I look for femininity, such as, a nurturing, caring, soft, womanly, again, feminine, character and self. But what makes her a low quality woman mainly is that she is, okay, let me put it to you guys this way. If we lived in anything before 1800s, a woman like that would never go anywhere past a brothel. Okay, they would never advance anywhere past a brothel. Now, there were a few like here and there that were able to slip through the cracks, but by and large, that's as far as they were going in society, because the men knew better, and society shamed men from being idiots like that. Okay, this guy absolutely saved her from that lifestyle and those choices. And I don't care what anybody says, your past doesn't mean everything, but it definitely means something. Okay, when I see these ladies say that body count doesn't matter, your past doesn't matter, you are who you are today, I always think to myself, okay, so if somebody murders somebody, are they not a murderer? Or, if somebody R's somebody, are they not an R? I mean, that's ludicrous. People's past does mean something. It doesn't mean everything. And I don't know exactly, like, for sure what it it does to the nth degree or does not to the nth degree mean, but we do know it means something, which is why we penalize bad behavior legally. So, you know, the fact that she's been with all these different guys on camera, yeah, that's very low quality and no and that's really what this comes down to is self-respect as a man. No self-respecting man would ever be guilted into wifing up or bestowing the girlfriend title to a chick like that.
Talk about, you guys have your opinions on what a girl should be. I've watched the show a little bit. Everything you guys say that a girlfriend should be loyal, should root for you, should support you, should ride for you, everything.
Yeah.
That's what she is for me.
All that.
I get what you guys are saying. This girl, she has a past. Yeah, I get that. I'm not gonna come on here and say, oh, I'm cool with that. I wasn't cool with that. You know, like that was very hard for me. I don't actually support porn at all. I don't support OnlyFans. I don't watch porn. Before there's a video, I think it's
there's hope for this guy yet.
Channel. Someone asked me about. I didn't jerk off for 6 months. I didn't watch porn before I was in a really. I don't now, but I don't need to. But before that, it's just that those are not my morals. But I think
yet
in a relationship, I don't know how you.
Not your morals, motherfucker. Please, who you talking to? Come on now, bro. Fuck. Come on, bro. Who you talking to? Who you with, dude? Come on. Now, granted, listen, in fairness to this guy, is she hot? Of course she is. She is a very attractive woman, okay? And I get that, okay? But still, have some self-respect, though. Shit.
You feel, ladies, but I do think a man leads the way in a relationship. She knows how I feel. She knows what goes for me.
Okay, he's somewhat based.
Go ahead.
Question.
Yeah.
Did you tell her to stop, or did she stop automatically?
So she came to me. I'm gonna be real with you. She told me, I can't do this. I can't do this anymore. I don't want to do this anymore. It was destroying. It was hard for her. It was hard, very hard for her.
So in other words, she didn't quit for him. She quit for herself. So I think it would have been better had he been real and said, no, if you're going to be with me, you're going to quit that. You're going to quit that disgusting behavior.
In a very dark place. I don't want to talk too much on her shit, but
right.
The first 2 weeks we started talking again, I lived in Orange County. She lived in LA. She told me this. I drove every day from OC to LA, and I don't want to talk about it too much, but she would like literally be in my arms being like I regret all this. I wish I didn't do this.
Yeah, understandable.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, this guy definitely is in that lover boy idealistic way, and you know, I get it, man. I do, honestly. You know, that's what women don't like. That's like one of the things that society gets wrong about men the most. You know, like there's this idea that, you know, I remember growing up and believing in this idea that women are more romantic. And, you know, like when you think of the word love, you know, you assign it to women. If you were to assign it to men or women, you'd assign it to women, but it's just not true. Men are far more romantic. They have to be. And men are constantly battling this mindset right here, because men do want to be able to be with a woman that way. They do. And that's like the biggest issue with feminism, and why feminism is such a farce, because men don't want to like hurt women as a whole. They don't. They want to love them. They want to be, you know, like this and you know, have a woman in their arms type stuff. Okay. So
she's so yeah. I what was the question?
No,
look at Fresh's goofball ass.
Oh yeah.
Did that?
And I told her, I was like,
he's a good dude.
We had a lot of time leading up to this. We met way before we actually started dating. I remember the day I was with her. I was like, I love you. Like, I really love you and care about you. It was very hard for me. I never opened up to her the whole time.
Come on, dude. Come on, dog. Man, I just love you. Like I told her, like, I love you. You know, like I just do.
Talk the first.
Wait, you guys been together 6 months?
We've been together 6 months, but before that, we knew each
Look
other.
at Myron.
Probably another 6 months.
So you've known each other for a total of a
Myron's
year.
such a
About a year.
savage,
Okay.
About a
bro.
year.
Alright.
But I was on and off.
And you love her. 6 months.
Let's go back and
Before
look at
that, we knew
Myron.
each other. I never opened up for her the whole time. We talked. The first.
Wait, you
like-
guys been together 6 months?
We've been together 6 months, but before that, we knew each other probably another
Yes.
6 months.
So you've known each other for a total of a year.
About a year.
Okay.
About a year.
Alright.
But I was on and off.
See, just
love
look
her
at the
for 6
difference.
months.
Myron, look at the, I love this split screen action. Look at the difference, and shout out to Law Distraction for this clip. Look at the difference between Myron. You can tell who has the game and who doesn't, who has the insight and who doesn't. Now, I don't know, hell, even Fresh, and this is not always done, because Fresh can be a goofball sometimes. Even Fresh looks like he has more of an insight on this stuff than this guy.
I do. I love her. I love this
You
girl.
know it's real.
I know it's real. I really.
I love it. Like I just love this girl. I just love it. I love this girl. Oh, dude, go have a cigarette, bro.
really do. I think you know. But yeah, I told her. I told her. I was like, look, like I don't know. I know you don't want to do it. I know you have all these thoughts. But I was like, I can't do it.
Mhm.
Like that's just not something that. But in the first bit of we talking, that shit is hard for me. I don't agree with it.
Yeah.
But
I got a question for you.
yeah. Let's hear it.
What's the most challenging obstacle dating a famous former porn star?
Because that shit's not easy, bro.
It's not like
Good
she's
question.
a regular one,
Yeah.
and I think everyone in the chat knows who she is. They're all spamming her name, but what's the most challenging thing? Because if it's like, it's one thing if you date a girl that's like unknown and like she went to OnlyFans for a bit and she quit, but to date someone that was like legitimately like a famous porn star, like what's you think is the most challenging obstacle or obstacles? There might be more than one.
Yeah. I think at first,
Myron's a savage, bro.
I'm a
Good for him.
protective guy. Like, this is my girl. This is my girl. That's how I feel. Like, I don't want any other guy talk.
That's your girl, bro. That's your girl, bro. Oh man, you shouldn't have, bro. People need to clip him saying that's his girl, because she will have sex with another man besides him. They need to clip him saying that. Man, somebody please do that. I'm gonna do it. We need to clip him saying this right now, and when she does get with another guy, clip it right next to and show him saying this. We need to create a meme for that.
Talking to her, flirting with her. I think even like in the fact knowing like that's out there,
Mhm.
that makes me upset.
Yeah.
Makes me mad.
It should, bro.
That hurts me. I don't want any girl or any
But-
guy doing anything with my.
So I'm going to stop it there. It should, but that's the thing. You shouldn't have ever allowed yourself to feel this way for a girl like that. And that you've already lost, because she's far more advanced in her ability to be around and towards men than vice versa. She's way more skilled in the art of men than he is in the art of women. And you've already lost when you have given that, like this guy has, okay, not just a little bit, but like this guy has, it's over. It's done. You've lost. So that's that. I wanted to show that video because I do think that clip really does illustrate the idealistic kind of like natural way that men view things. If they don't have the bias of feminism or red pill, that's kind of like the natural way that men view things. And that's why you need the red pill. You need to have this exposure, because you don't want to get used like this guy's about to get worked, bro. He is about to get worked by her. Okay. It just is what it is. He about to get used and abused. And that's just what it's gonna be. So anyways, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Like, comment, share, subscribe. And last but not least, DDAP, don't be a pussy with all facts or feelings, because your feelings just don't matter. See you kings next time. Christ is king. Peace.